So given the current socio-political environment, I thought I would make a video on, are you neutralized or are you polarized? Just because I've noticed for me in my life, like just humans, we've been going through a lot lately, and I've been noticing how easy it is to become polarized. Meaning if someone has a different opinion than you, you get sucked into the battle royale. Let me know below if this has happened to you. Even if you don't normally hold strong opinions, because somebody else's opinion is so strongly held, it's almost like you get sucked into that world of back and forth, of division, of separation. So what I've been noticing for me is a huge emphasis on being neutralized. Because what I've realized for me is that if I'm not neutralized, I suffer. There's clash within me, there's contraction within me, there's ego walls within me. And I would assume it's the same for you. So how do we do this? I mean, there's so much division. Like I said, the socio-political virology sphere right now, people are disagreeing on every single level. And what happens is an emotional charge gets put into that disagreement. So regardless of which side on certain issues you side on, you want to check yourself, are you neutralized? Am I neutralized about this? And I know that can be challenging, but basically, are you able to let somebody have a different opinion without needing to convert them or needing to condemn them or judge them? And this ties into what I learned a while back, which is judgment is what causes this, okay? And so what I learned and what I put into a video a long time ago was transcending judgment just means saying that could be me. And that would be me if I just had that information, had that upbringing, had that type of discernment, had that way of thinking. Then I would literally be that person. I would hold that different perspective than mine. So how can I judge it? It literally must exist. It's a survival strategy. It's a way of navigating the current climate, the current way of things. So I just wanted to bring this to our attention because I don't see that many people holding this message of neutralizing yourself. And what I will say is that I think it will provide so much harmony for you, so much harmony in your life, in places where there would have otherwise been clash. I think you thank yourself if you're able to release the need to kind of add in that little comment, the need to kind of push in on somebody's button. Maybe when they push on you, they push on your button. They're like, hey, what about this? You have a different opinion? And then you're like, yeah. And you push back. If you can let that fall through, you become a neutralized being, meaning there's no trigger within you anymore. There's no trigger within me anymore. So you can't get me reactive. You can't get me riled up unless I've become polarized rather than neutralized. So I'm just asking you to consider this, to explore this, and notice if somebody is very, very polarized, is there the capacity to become neutralized, to open-mindedly explore? And if not, that person's on their own journey. It's not your job to change their mind. It's not your job to shift their perspective. All the information you would want on any topic, you can get every angle extensively, honestly, super extensively on the internet. You can really go deep. So it's all available. Everything's available. And that's one thing I like to remind people, is that it's all available. If somebody wants to enter into a sphere of being open-minded to explore something, or to really look at, a perspective very thoroughly and get it to click in, they're like, oh, okay, it's like that. Then they can do that. And you don't have to be their personal representative of converting them. Just like with a religion or with anything, that pushiness usually comes from a little bit of an insecurity, saying that you aren't fully confident in believing that yourself. You're not fully rooted in it. There's still a subtle doubt. So we want to convert somebody else to our own opinion, to our own point of view. But it kind of just showcases that you're not calmly living in sovereignty with that. You haven't just said, you know what, to each his own. Different strokes for different folks. I let everyone decide. If somebody's open-minded, they'll come to me and we'll talk. And it'll be great because it'll be coming from a neutralized place. And that's what we all want. We don't want to be arguing. You know, a lot of people, they don't want to have their mind changed about something. They don't want to, okay? So we want to do the best we can. Oh, wow, a white rabbit. That's amazing. We want to do the best we can. I just want to give you a showcase, actually. Like, I am in a very much like a winter wonderland right now. We want to do the best we can, allowing and respecting people's free will and giving them the gift of their sovereignty. And if they're open, then you can invite a dialogue, and they always have the right to decline. So I love you. Just want to send you that message. Depolarize, come to that neutralized, non-judgmental self. Don't separate yourself from other people. Find the love find the way of connecting through that. Don't let the judgments and the beliefs cut you off from your emotional connection to people. Keep it real and respect people enough to agree to disagree, because it will create so much more heart coherence and harmony in both of your lives that inadvertently the vibration raises. And then from there, that open-mindedness might happen on its own. Because you're in a higher vibration, there's less stress, less worry, less contraction. The mind can open, the heart can open, and we can explore things together. So that's it. That's the counterintuitive way. And I think it'll work for you. I think it will help you if you apply it. Neutralize. Neutralize. That's what I said. If you don't polarize, your soul will rise. Your soul will rise. But every time you polarize and you're like, no, you can't say that, it's like this, and you get back into that combative ego positions, you become dense, you become heavy, you sink like an anchor, and really you get nowhere fast. So I love you, I care about you. Hope this message helps you out.